you don't get the show.
All right, before we go, we have of course, our clickbait of the week. And
Oh Lord.
we turned back to the porn parody of video games. Uh, I didn't even know when I was reading the story. I didn't know that there was a Final Fantasy 15 porn parody. So I gotta check
There's
that
a Final
out.
Fantasy 15.
Damn.
Oh, well, then again, that is true because I've seen the things of it. The freaking what's her name? The girl that's supposed to be like the granddaughter of like Sid or something like that, the mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
They made her a girl. Yeah. I remember that shit. Like everybody was up in an uproar over that crap.
Yeah, because she was there showing big boobs and everything, and it was like,
Yeah,
oh my
she's
God,
wearing this like tiny little shirt and shit and little shorts and blah 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 and the little hat like Sid used to always wear.
That's something else for the complainers to complain about. And so is this, by the way. So there's a new Metal Gear Solid parody that was released from Brazers, and yeah, it's called the Phantom Peen,
Yeah, that's
and
hilarious.
it's I haven't watched it yet. So I think that to be fair and to be, put on the journalism hat, I should watch the entire thing so I know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's not the first one that's come out, but there's a lot of talking about snake eating and things like that in
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah, my boy Jim Sterling, like he'll do a lot of these, like he'll do reviews on them, and he'll actually like have the video playing around on in the background, and of course like he blurs out all the obvious sex stuff, but he like talks about it. It is the funniest. Like he did the Overwatch one, he's done this one, he's done so many of them, and it's hilarious because like I've seen the video of him reviewing it, and like the guy that plays Snake has a plastic, almost like Iron Man arm thing to represent the red arm that that Snake actually has. And like Jim Sterling, like is watching, he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Is that a fucking Iron Man arm that he has on?" It is the
They
funniest.
just take like the toy and they just like try
Literally, they took the toy, he put it on. It's from his freaking elbow going forward. It's the red thing. You can see the fingers, just like the Iron Man, thing, and he's fucking doing it, and he's just like, "What the fuck is that? A fucking Iron Man toy plastic arm?" Oh my god.
hey, they don't have a lot of budget, so you gotta.
And it's funny because like yeah, so like essentially the fucking the thing is the video is basically Snake running into Rain, which is part of the game. Like you could recruit her in the game and all that. And even in the game, when if you've ever seen videos of Metal Gear Solid 5, like it's hilarious because like people talk about how like you could tell she was put in the game as like fan service for for people.
I remember that controversy.
Yeah, and there's like tons of scenes of like there's I think one where you're like sitting there getting prepped for a mission, and she's like covered in like mud or blood or whatever, and she's taking a shower, and like you can see all the little soldiers around, and she's doing like that, and she's washing herself and doing it all like sexy like and shit like that, and you hear the freaking little soldiers in the background making like comments and things. But it's like hilarious because like one of the things that Jim Sterling says is he's like, well, at least the costumes don't look ridiculous other than that stupid arm.
Well, I would hope not, because it's not really hard to put together a military costume, and then the rest of it is just like you said. We already have like the model woman, so it's not hard to get something sexy, tight leather or whatever, spandex.
And that's the thing. It's like her fucking costume in the game. It's literally a bikini top, like the bikini bottom, a freaking pair of leggings or whatever, like stockings, and then all the military shit on her. That was it in the game. This shit's funny. So they basically did that.
Apparently, this film has a lot of hardcore sex, but it's also funny. So I always liked my porn with a little bit of comedy in it. It makes me feel less bad about myself for watching porn. I don't know about you. I don't know about your porn watching it. You gotta think about that though. If porn is too funny, that probably it has to throw you off your game. Like you're watching a porn, you're like,
that's
"Oh, that's hot," and then they just bust out a joke, and you're like, "Oh, damn!"
God damn it.
Like, come on, let's get back here. I'm on a timetable. I gotta go to work in 15 minutes. Oh my God.
That is too funny.
Um, yeah, there's no word, at least not that I've seen, of the next one that's going to be coming up. But yeah, I guess I'm going to have to watch the Final Fantasy 15 porn parody and
That
then
sounds
move on
hilarious. Yeah.
and watch. I just want to know if they're going to do like the battles. That'd be kind of interesting. Like if you have uh,
Oh
you know how
yeah,
you line up and you have Ford and you have the other guy, and then it's like that'd be interesting to see how you could merge that in with sex.
that
Yeah,
is true.
that,
I
that
didn't think of that.
turn based battle would be like turn based porn. So I'd
That
be
is
interested to
true.
see that.
That'd be interesting to see that. Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
Shit. Now that you say that, that'd be interesting to see.
He's like, I'm gonna go watch that shit right now.